Hello and welcome back once again to another episode of Focus. Welcome to 2025, a year depicted by many a sci-fi to visualize and captivate and help us see a future not dystopian but utopian, where man has put their differences aside and learned to grow and build together, where even the earth itself began to heal itself. Hello and welcome back once again to another episode. I've got an amazing story to talk to you about, or not just the story, but what happened afterwards. There was a lot of crazy things happening in the year 2024, and I thought to myself, you know what, rather than just rehash the last year, I'm going to take it by fives, and we're going to see what the last 5 years look like, starting with last year, obviously. And I thought a good way to start this, considering that the holiday season just went past and everyone's probably throwing away those Christmas trees or recycling them. Here's something. In the Sahara, heavy rainfall created not just rivers but lakes. It saw more water than it saw in 50 years fall in 2 days. And not only that, what happened afterwards is amazing as far as I'm concerned. Once again, hello and welcome back to another episode of Focus. So, we're going to talk to you about the heavy rainfall in drought-ridden Sahara Desert, or creates rivers in the desert. And I advise anyone who listens to actually either look at this article or search it up yourself, because there's some amazing pictures and videos that goes along with it, and I'm sure you're definitely going to like it. In any case, aerial footage of the aftermath of the deluge in Morocco. Rivers and lagoons have appeared in one of the driest places on earth, following rare rainfall in the Sahara Desert. Southern or southeastern Morocco's desert is among the most arid places in the world and rarely experiences rain in the late summer. However, storms provided more rainfall than had been seen in decades, leaving striking images of bountiful water gushing through the Saharan sands amid castles and desert flora. It must have been amazing. The Moroccan government said 2 days of rainfall in September had exceeded yearly averages in several areas that get an average of less than 250 millimeters annually, including Tata, one of the areas hit hardest. It's been 30 to 50 years since we've had this much rain in such a short space of time, said Husseini U. Abaib of Morocco's General Directive of Meteorology. Apologies if I got that name wrong. In Tangunite, a village about 280 miles south of the capital of Rabat. More than 100 millimeters was recorded in a 24-hour period. In desert communities frequented by many tourists who visit the Sahara in 4x4s, drove through the puddles, and residents surveyed the scene in awe. And like I said, the pictures are amazing. 6 consecutive years of drought have posed challenges for much of Morocco, forcing farmers to leave fields fallow and cities and villages to ration water consumption. The bounty of rainfall will likely help refill the large groundwater aquifers that lie beneath the desert and are relied upon to supply water in desert communities. The region's dammed reservoirs reported refilling at a record rate throughout September. It's unclear how far September's rains will go towards alleviating the drought, but a NASA satellite showed water rushing in to fill Lake Iriki or Iriku, a famous lakebed between Zagara and Tata, which had been dry for 50 years. Like I said, Earth is an amazing place. Stories like this make you truly see and believe and understand why I say this. But it's not over yet. What I want to talk to you about as well is what happened afterwards. What happens if it continues raining continuously like this in the desert? The Sahara Desert hit by extraordinary rainfall event that could mess with this year's hurricane season, or well, last year's hurricane season. The world's largest hot desert, the Sahara, is being hit with unusually heavy rain. Scientists are unclear why, but it may be linked to a subdued Atlantic hurricane season. An unusual deluge of rain is hitting the Sahara Desert, one of the driest regions on Earth. It's unclear exactly why the desert is experiencing so much rain, but it could be connected to an especially quiet Atlantic hurricane season, scientists say. The rain is so heavy that some usually dry regions of North Africa are now experiencing monsoons and flooding, with parts of the Sahara predicted to see 5 times the average September rainfall. Precipitation in the Sahara overall is not completely uncommon. The region is huge and diverse, and some parts often receive small amounts of rain. Moshi Amon, an atmospheric scientist at the Federal Technical University, ETH Zurich, told Live Science, but now larger portions of the Sahara are being inundated, including areas further north where it is usually drier, Amon added. Some scientists suggest this is part of the Earth's natural climate fluctuation, while others say it's a product of human-induced climate change. The answer is probably somewhere in between, Amon said. This climate shift in the Sahara may be connected to a weaker Atlantic hurricane season. This year's hurricane season has been quiet so far, despite predictions early in the summer of severe hurricane activity. Due to high ocean temperatures, meteorologists noted this was the first Labor Day weekend in 27 years without a named storm forming in the Atlantic. Over half of the named storms and 80% to 85% of major hurricanes in the Atlantic each year usually come from regions just south of the Sahara. Jason Dunian, a meteorologist at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, told Live Science in an email, during a typical hurricane season, atmospheric waves move off the western coast of Africa and into the North Atlantic Ocean, along what's called the Intertropical Convergence Zone, or the ITCZ, a belt circling the equator, where air from the northern and southern hemispheres meets. The ITC, let's just say the convergence zone. The convergence zone belt can carry clouds, rain, and storms. The atmospheric waves carried west along the convergence zones over the Atlantic, combined with the warm Atlantic waters, developed into tropical storms and hurricanes. But part of the convergence zones has shifted north this year, over the northern Sahara. Scientists are not completely clear why this is happening now, although climate models have previously predicted the ITCZ, the convergence zone, will move north due to ocean warming and warmer air temperatures as carbon emissions heat the northern hemisphere faster than the southern hemisphere. The effect on the current northward shift is that the convergence zones keeps pushing rain further north in Africa than usual. Across the Sahara, while those atmospheric waves from Africa are also displaced north of their usual path. Without the ITCZ convergence zones, moisture moving over the warm Atlantic, the ingredients aren't all there for the severe storms to develop. However, the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season was typically mid-September, or is still would be. So a lull in the season doesn't mean a severe and dangerous Atlantic storm can't or couldn't still occur. The unusually high amounts of rain in the Sahara, meanwhile, could be also thanks to warmer than unusual waters, the North Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea, the AMOC. Just throw that in there. If one of these are rare precipitation events, or one of these rare precipitation events occurs and the weather system happens to move over a much warmer ocean or land, the chances of severe precipitation then go way up, and the Sahara could continue to experience wetter conditions in the future. Human activities, especially greenhouse gas emissions, are driving oceans to absorb more heat. Some climate models predict warmer oceans will shift monsoon rain further northward in Africa by 2100 or 2100, meaning more rain could fall in typically drier regions. Climate models also predict increase in greenhouse gas emissions could make the Sahara even rainier in the future. But as I always say, all of this is amazing in my eyes. I mean, if not for the amazing people, how would we know? But I'm just going to end it with this before I sign off and switch over to the thoughts and facts section. Did you know the Amazon rainforest is grown on a desert? Anyway, as always, thanks for joining. Thanks for giving me a moment of your time. I hope you have a great new year, and it's still early. Let no one take it away from you. If it's going bad, you've still got plenty of time to make it great. Take care, have a good one, and Happy New Year. See ya. But if you're still here for the thoughts and facts, I'ma keep it short and brief. As always, as I like to say, our history is pretty vast and we're making it pretty fast. So in the grand scale of it all, over the millions of years of history that we have dragged behind our backs, what's a few minutes of your time? 11 down so far. But like I said, I'll keep it brief. As I mentioned briefly, the Amazon jungle itself is grown or has grown on a giant desert. Underneath those massive trees, 500-meter tall Brazil nut trees that tower over the Amazon like monsters, the true giants of the earth. They built or they grow on sand. I mean, that's amazing, right? So let's just rewind for a second. I actually forgot to mention that people needed to check out that second story, or the link towards that second story, because it actually has a picture of, before and after in the desert. I haven't just got pictures showing you what it looked like when it rained there. I've got pictures showing you what it looks like now that trees it's green there now. That's a whole different story and ball game in itself. This is a natural occurrence. So it's a perfect example, as far as I'm concerned, of the earth itself, if anything, healing itself. Who knows how long it will take the entire Saharan desert to actually become a lush, vibrant jungle or rainforest. It could happen. Could it happen within our lifetime? Who knows? If you look in China's direction, they've actually been increasing the green belt around a desert themselves, and they continue to encroach on this desert itself. So soon enough, by our also skillful hands, there will be another forest emerging. But will we need to keep pursuing these endeavors of reforestation, if, albeit maybe this could be down to climate change, if the earth itself could heal itself? Doesn't that just mean we should just allow it to stop getting in the way in many of the cases, many of the places? I mean, just a thought. But it's just an idea, something out there. But I mean, the world is getting greener. Yes, it's getting hotter. Ice is melting, and some areas are getting hotter. But there's some places that are actually getting cooler. Would you believe it? Or colder. Could you believe that? I mean, they call it yin and yang, but forces work both ways, don't they? So if the temperature overall goes up, it means the minus temperatures will go increasingly further down. But that's a story for an entirely different podcast. I just want to end on this note. Something scientists think that's even more alarming, although I think it's more intriguing. The Antarctic has gone from having about 0.8 hectares worth of forest to 11.9 within the last 10 years, which have been the hottest years recorded ever on this planet. Food for thought. As always, thanks for sparing me a moment of your time and stay in tune for this thoughts and facts section. Although few facts, more thoughts. Like I said, I'll keep it brief. Thanks for giving me a moment of your time. As always, our history is pretty vast and we're making it pretty fast. And if not for the amazing people of this planet, as I always say, Earth is an amazing place. Not just the people, not just the places, but what we have done with it, what we can do with it, and what we have yet still to do with it. As always, as I like to say, carpe diem. Take care and have a great day. See you around.